welcome to the second episode of this issue on crime and the connection with crime and politics, and why criminals today don't care for the police. Specifically, even small-time criminals, probably because they are backed by very small-time politicians and nobody seems to be doing anything, and the calls come from everywhere, and probably that's why nobody cares. If you go to the Panjim market and go and see what is happening in the Panjim market, the DIG, DGP, Home Minister must go and see when the buses come, the interstate buses come and park there and see what happens there. I think Panjim bus stand is a must visit place for the Home Minister and for the IPS officers who come from all over. Then probably they'll know what I mean, because people don't care for the cops any longer. Sorry. Ashley Bab Rudario, senior journalist. Ashley Bab, welcome to our show. Bosco Bab, sorry, I am maligning your department. Bosco Bab, welcome. Siddharth Bab Saman, we have to talk about some of the antics of your profession also. Siddharth Bab, welcome to our show. And Pratima ma'am, you guys are the reason for all this thing going down the drain. See, whatever, tomorrow you all will be in power. No,
you'll never see that, because you'll never see me calling up any of the cop in Margao or Panjim police station should say that Pratiman kenna phone mallola kuje krimidorak salwar kor or konak sod mun sangpak. Well, coming to the point, I fully admit, and I tuka na munna. I admit kota, this is more crime size, murderers, rapists, I think a biranna. Don't karnak lagun. First muntate political interference. It starts from there. Home department. CMA che, je Pramod Sawant is heading this home department. His house is only not in order. His home is also not in we know it's like open. As menu card gaile ha, menu card kite che. No, really, there is crime data che. Murder keller itle dilar suttolo. Itle keller tujhe bail mein utoli. Rape keller itle. Drunk and driving accident keller itle koti dile tu suttolo. So there is a menu card. Let him. I will talk to him. I am prepared. But Banastari case samta tuko. Banastari incident itlo wallo dalo. Bab Sawantan much defend karpak mulle whatever. But I will tell you from my point of view. Banastari accident dala, and it is a crime. It is a crime because the ones who were driving were fully drunk. They were fully drunk, and so much audacity that once the driver got down, could see that accident has taken place, konache haath paay bahar padla, kon mela, but that person had the audacity to say, get lost, I will see what I can do. This was one thing. Secondly, who has given them, tenka kone pawila, kone escort kela, konachi chuk zali, evidence kone destroy kela, konacho phone gela, kon interfere zalo. Itun political interference alle ani. Everyone knows, Pramod Sawant knows about it. Which ex-CM of Goa, South Goa, कोणे फोन मारलो तो आणि कोणे केले ते बरे ते बरे आसा सगळे करून तुम्ही एक महिनो न्हिदले तुम्ही एविडन्स सगळे डिस्ट्रॉय केले because I was there a part of Banastari when we had gone protest with the locals. We know how the police were changing their statements, what they were talking. आणि आता तुम्ही हे कोतात बेल घेऊन दोन क्रोट्याची बेल दोन this is see, it is not the fault of police have become the puppets of the home department, and this is a mistake of home department which is been headed by Pramod Sawant. हांव म्हणटा ते जनता दरबार करपा लागले फकाणां करता ते पुलीस डिपार्टमेंटाक बोस टॉप ऑफिशियल्स आरटीओ ऑफिसांक बोस आनी तूं मंथली एक पाटी तुजे दरबार कर कार्ड आनी ते रवी नायका कोणें दी ते खाते कित्याक रवी नायक कितें जावं तेन्ना तो काँग्रेसीत आसलो, ही वॉज द होम मिनिस्टर, बट यू मस्ट हॅव सीन द ड्रग्स प्रोस्टिट्यूशन केसीस इतले क्रायम नाशिल्ले हेजे कोणी जर सगळेच हेंचे मेन्यू कार्ड दुसरे मर्डर जाल्या ती पयर सर हसता पळय बॉस्को सर डीआयजी हसपा because he knows deep down what Pratima is saying is right. Ex DIG is smiling. No political interference by sir, don't mind. I even know clearly there was one case which he had cracked about the bribing case कोणाची तरी ex CM ची नॉर्थन त्याने क्रॅक केली रोकडीच तेका ट्रान्सफर कित्याक दिली तेका बाबड्या कित्याक ट्रान्सफर दिली. ही वॉज डुईंग हिज जॉब, बट ex CM च्या सोयऱ्याचे ब्राइब घेता म्हणून त्याने क्रॅक केली म्हणून तेकाच बाबड्या कळून ट्रान्सफर मारलो. ex DIG आता DIG officer त्यांना SP असलो पण ex DIG. This is what see I am telling openly on the media. I have nothing to fear. Secondly, पर एक 22 वर्षाचो भुरगो 30 वर्षाचे एक्स गर्लफ्रेंडाक वता 2 चेकपोस्ट क्रॉस करून सावंतवाडी वता. 2 चेकपोस्ट म्हणल्यार पुलीस नात. तुम्ही सांगता सीएम सांगतालो ब्लॅक टिंटेड ग्लासेस चलपाना यांचे मंत्र्याचेच बोलले रे ब्लॅक टिंटेड ग्लासेस, बट दॅट गाय ऑफ 22 years old took अ कार ब्लॅक टिंटेड ते चेडवाक 30 टायप स्टेप केले आनी सावंतवाडी 2 चॅकपोस्ट पुलीस कितें कोत्ताले होम डिपार्टमेंट खूंय कितें तिसरे म्हणटा ते सिद्धी नायकाची केस हांव पयर गेलां क्रायम ब्रांचाक हांवें एक प्रश्न घातलो तुमचे कडेन CCTV कॅमेरा नात कांगलांगूट असल्या टुरिजम डेस्टिनेशन ते सगळ्यांक खबर आहा ड्रग्स प्रॉस्टिट्यूशन कोण सांबाळटा आनी कोणाचे पॉलिटिकल इंटरफिरन्स आहा सगळ्यांक खबर आहा पूण हें वायट म्हणल्यार एक चली कसले परिस्थितींत ते मेळ्ळे कसले हांगात कांयच नासलें इनर्स दिकून नासलें कोण मोरपाक जीव दिता तेन्ना क्लोथ्स घालून नेकेड कोण वचना पूण परिस्थिती पळय दीस इज अ प्युअर केस ऑफ ड्रग्स इंटॉक्सिकेशन ऑर रेप मॉलेस्टेशन मर्डर बट नो ते सॅलिनिटी जालें उदकान घायलें दर्याचें एविडन्स ना आनी पुलीस आमकां क्रायम ब्रांच पयर कितें सांगता मेडिकल हिस्ट्री मेळना हूंय तांकां हॉस्पिटलान फोन आहा तो तांकां अटॅच करूंक मेळना हूंय जाय जाल्यार कोणाकूय खंयच्याय टायमार तुमकां अरेस्ट करपाक जाता म्हजें सांगता तुका हांव कुंकोळी आतां आमचे थंय कुंकोळी एक सराक नोबल प्रोफेशन म्हणटा टिचर म्हणटा तो ते टिचराक रिवोना पयलो आसलो खूब केसीस आयिल्ले हूंय ताची मॉलेस्टेशन कोत्ता म्हूण भुरग्यांक वायट दिसता सांगपाक आय वील नॉट गो इन डेप्थ बिकॉज मर्यादा दोत्ता हांव एक चलयेची डिग्निटी अरे ह्या कुंकोळी स्कुलान थंय टिचरीक सांगलें प्रिंसिपलाक सांगलें वो कितें कोत्तालो तांकां सांगप हूंय रिमूव युअर ब्लाउज आय वॉन्ट टू सी इट हॅज टू ग्रो अप इट हॅज टू डेवलप देन आय टेक युअर टू द नॅशनल लेवल सो मच सो that he was sending dirty blue bhen dhattalo hoy porn videos he was sending to the young girls which standard 7th 8th standard and they were complaining to the principal and teacher but nobody was taking action
What's happened about
so
that?
much I tell you he's arrested he's there in the jail आणि तेका बेली मेवतली कोणी आसतलो आमदार मिनिस्टर फोन मारून काडटलो तेका तेच तेका तेन्ना रिओना स्कुलान तेणे केल्लें तेन्ना तेका समज सस्पेंड केल्लो फियर आसपाची इन्स्टिल जावपाची ओ पी टीचर जो आसा एज अ कोण तरी गॉडफादर आहा तितले करून वेन द पेरंट्स सॉ इंजुरीज ऑन द प्रायवेट पार्ट्स ऑफ द बॉडी ऑफ दॅट गर्ल यंग गर्ल एंड द अदर गर्ल तेणे कोणें स्लीट करून घेतला तेणी मागीर दाखयलें दे वर फ्रस्ट्रेटेड दे डिडंट नो दे वॉन्टेड टू एंड अप देयर लायफ्स लुकिंग एट द व्हिडिओज देन दे केम टू नो तिसरें म्हणटा तें जेरी म्हणटा तो भुरगो हांवें पयर घेतला तुमचेच 365 कवर केला तो भुरगो बाबडो पोट्टा गेल्लो तो ना जाला हांव सांगता CCTVचेर पळयात क्रायम हें करात मेळटलो हुंयच्यान तरी सोदात तो जेरी म्हणटा तो भुरगो आयज जालें 1 म्हयनो जावपाक गेलो अजून क्रायम डिटेक्ट जायना आयज एक सकाळीं केस येयली तेका हांवें तेजे ओन अंकलान स्टॅप केलो सर यू नो 7 times स्टॅबिंग शी शोड मी ऑल ऑफ प्रायवेट पार्ट्स आर गॉन 15 days she was in GMC matter is there again and again threatening 5 फाटी बेल मेळ्ळी ह्या लॉयर्साकूय सांगता अरे ह्युमॅनिटरी ग्राउंड्सार चिता तुमकां सांगता हांव डूज ऑफ प्रॅक्टिसिंग ह्युमॅनिटरी ग्राउंड्सार चिता फकत तुमचे पोटां भरपाचें आनी तुमचे बँक बॅलन्स भरपाक कोण नाकात सो वॉट आय एम सेइंग नो बट प्रोफेशन ह्युमॅनिटरी ग्राउंड्स देखो आसता सी आय गॉट अ XDIG he admitted that he was transferred for no fault of his because he was straight he has admitted he said yes on the camera he saying yes so हांव कितें म्हणटा लॉयर्सांनी खूब चिंतपाक जाय पण हांव म्हाका हितून कांय ना पूण म्हाका इतलें सांगपाक होम मिनिस्ट्री हुतरी येस but I am saying no humanitary grounds see I am doing today that Jerry is not my voter
I don't think it is the job of the defendant
no because I sponsor
prosecution
that
to
fellow
prove the case, right?
it was attempt to murder तेका 7 steps घातले स्टिचेस घातले सगळे GMC असले 5 पाटी आनी एक तेणे थ्रेटनिंग केलें घायलोय पाटी ते चेडूं घालता केस कित्याक शी इज 21 year old tender the police and the lawyer is giving bail I जजान सांगला डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्टान जजान सांगला that such things will not be tolerated and such criminals should not be given more bails the new judge who has taken over heads off to that judge so that's what I'm saying but the lawyers देखून तुम्ही काढतात आणि आपले बॉल्सां भरूंक जाय म्हणून ह्युमॅनिटी चितात मरे तुम्ही बेल दितात आणि हेही सांगू सोदता 5 times bail is been given so हुच्यात आयज म्हाका सांग बरें बेल देखून घेवपाक कोण वयता ज्युडिशरी दिता पूण बेल कोण धांवता हे बानासतारी केसींक हेंकां आनी बेल दिवपाची रे 4 मोडी मेल्ली आसात ती हे सिद्धी नायकाचे कितें जाल्ले आसा सर एम आय रॉंग होम डिपार्टमेंट इज फेल्ड टोटली आय एम टॉकिंग अबाउट एंटिसिपेटरी बेल एंड देन इट गोज आणि मागीर क्रिमिनलाक कितें जाता मर्डरर ऑर रेपिस्ट रेप कोत्ता पळय तांकां फियर ना म्हणून मागीर ते कंटिन्यू जाता तांकां खबर आहा अरे आयज काल आमचो बाबा आहा पात्रा आहा फोन मारले आमी सुट्टली आमचे 50 वोट आहा सो दिस इज द कल्चर सो यू आर रायट पॉलिटिकल इंटरफिरन्स शूड स्टॉप एंड दिस होम मिनिस्टर हांव सांगता प्रमोद सावंताक इफ यू कॅनॉट तुझे खाते तुका सांभाळूंक येना तुझे 10-12 मिनिस्टर एक्स मिनिस्टर हांवूच सांगता ते रवी नायक आय हॅव नथिंग टू डू विथ हिम बट एटलीस्ट ही हॅड समथींग आणि वर्स म्हणटा ते तुका सांगता असेंब्लीत हेंचेच मंत्री उबी रावता आनी सांगता मटका लिगलायज करूंक जाय गॅमलिंग हें करूंक जाय अरे तूं होम मिनिस्टर तूं क्वेश्चन कर मरे तांकां मडका हें करूंक जाय गॅमलिंग हें करूंक जाय चल वच आनी स्पॉट दाखय म्हूण तांकां
Okay, Ashley.
Responsibility कोण घेतलं?
We will get into this election a little later.
No,
after
this
couple
is
of
political
months.
interference.
Yeah, Ashley, sorry.
Pratima is good at dramatizing.
You all might say because truth hurts, but that is the truth.
No, but there is a fundamental problem in your argument.
Tell me.
Pratima, the fundamental problem is bail is not arrest immediately after the crime is not a punishment.
Yeah.
अरे केस वीक कोता म्हणून इंटरसेप्टिव बेल
no,
मेळटा.
no, no, please, you are mistaken.
Tell.
The arrest is for preventing intimidation of witness, destruction of evidence, all that.
So who is doing it? Not the police. In Banastari case,
No,
who
no,
has
wait,
destroyed the
listen.
evidence?
Let me talk. Why are you interrupting?
Tell.
Oh, Dotor also can give
The
some legal
point
bit
I am
of
trying to
evidence.
make is a police officer can decide not to arrest the other also. It's up to the police officer.
Because of the calls from politicians.
No, this again is a problem.
Tell.
This is the problem with a political discussion.
Tell.
Arrest is not a must in an accident. Where is the arrest a must?
Drunk and driving करून जितो
The only place where arrest is a must is murder and rape.
So that is not
Even
American.
attempt to murder, you don't need to arrest the guy.
So that is what no laws also have to
as
be
per the law.
instituted. Law has to be.
Bosco, correct me if I'm wrong.
See, I would like to. In fact, there are various judgment of the Supreme Court
Bail is a right, man.
where if the offence is less than 7 years old, punishable 7 years old,
You can't arrest.
then you have.
You don't need to arrest.
Then it is mandatory for
41A.
for under 41A to issue notice first, and if he wants to deviate, he has to put in the reasons for writing what is the now for example
Correct, right?
Yeah, it is true, that's the
That
law.
is
Now as she says ne ade anka bail meta tanka niya meta, which offense are bailable, which are not, are stated in law. So therefore to say that, see, there are certain offenses which are otherwise also bailable in law.
But those
There
are
are
one thing
certain
I would like
offences.
to add. Now, the court, I will not get into details, but court has said that section 151 cannot be used. What the cops do, easy na. Suppose if there is a guy, suppose who like for example, it is a non-bailable offense, something happens, they don't
push
want
it.
to get it, they put 151.
That's
prevent
what I'm
the
trying to
murder.
say.
And then within 2 hours, 3 hours.
Call
they-
sailor
we have
mismanagement
seen
जातं.
that.
कायदो
Exactly.
असा.
Now, good thing the courts have cracked down on that. That's an easy way out. Like punish him, keep him there outside, get bail, go out. They
See,
use
that,
this.
I'm not saying police are always right.
No,
in
I'm
whatever
not
they
saying
do.
right
No,
or
no.
wrong. No, I'm
But
saying it happens.
See,
I'm not saying right or wrong.
151. See, the preventive breach of this is totally
Just
different.
because
That
you
is
anticipate, you cannot
correct.
arrest
There,
the
there has to be strong reasons for you to. You have to note down the reasons. There are so many things as far as 151 is concerned. We will not talk about 151. We're talking, since we are talking about crimes and the. See, as far as bail in heinous offence is concerned, they are still not granted. They are not granted as a matter of course. And as far as the topic that she brought about those young girls, they are minor girls, and it is very unlikely that man will get a bail in a short time because so many victims are involved and their age under POSCO children GOA children's Act.
maximum. Okay, one second.
So therefore,
let me just
he may
interrupt
not
you.
even come out. He may not even
Let
come
me
out.
just interrupt you on this. Now, so many murders have happened in Goa in the past year. What's the maximum a guy has remained in on bail? 1 month?
No, for life also you can.
No. After conviction.
Now,
bail.
bail.
Correct. So in a
How long?
Correct.
1 month. Wait. I'll just
In
give
a
you an
heinous
example how the
crime-
court.
See, I will
How
tell
they
you. No,
play,
no,
how they
I will
play.
tell you.
See, 1 month, 2 months,
No.
maximum, not more than that.
No, why not? See, in a heinous crimes, you never get a bail. And 1 minute.
you don't.
In a heinous crimes, you never get a bail. Trust me on this.
Until and unless
Until
the
and
police blunder and don't file the charge sheet within the
Within
stipulated time.
you
That's
will
all.
not get bail. And if you are convicted, then you remain for rest of life.
Yeah.
See, in so many cases it has happened. In Goa also. In Goa also, people have gone. There have been convictions for. Now, what about drug cases? You should, what you should do? You should make a trip to special court in Mapsa, because there are mostly all those drug trials are going.
NDPS.
Most of those accused are behind the bar.
Behind
They
the
are not getting the.
Not getting.
And in a case which they are convicted, you see, if you are acquitted, you have to be let out there and there itself. But if you are convicted, then you are sentenced. So whatever you have, from the day you have arrested till whatever is your sentence, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, or for life, you
That is-
remain.
that
It's
is
not that in
counted.
every case that see what happens is society, since they don't have a knowledge of law, Now, murder where a person dies, where you shoot somebody and probably you move down somebody on the vehicle, are takai mallo, hakai mallo, the general society who don't understand line feel that no, in both there should be equal punishment. Now, this is 302, there it's 304. So, there how maximum punishment itself is 2 years. So, how much can you give him? 6 months is more than sufficient. 8 months, 10 months, 1 year. But here you will go for life in any case. That's the minimum that can be granted. Either you have to be hanged or you will go for life. So whenever you see a judgment in such cases, in one fair, अरे ताका पडलो life आणि हाका फक्त 1.5 महिन्यान भायर आयलो, ताणी ताका general this of the society, ताणी ताका मारलो. That's not, see, the intent. When you drive a vehicle, your intention is not to kill somebody. It doesn't amount to murder. So therefore, see, if this, therefore those law nitty-gritties are so, they're so intrinsic that it is difficult for a common man to understand all these things, and therefore it may give an impression that each and every case is resulting into some kind of failure of justice. People are coming out. See, this happens in about 5% of the cases or 10% of the cases. But unfortunately, those are the examples because those are people from high society. They are able to get the best of the liars. They are able to twist the system. They are able to influence. The common man, by and large, who does not have influence, they normally get the same kind of fate.
All this comes to conviction rates now. If the conviction rates go
and
up,
trial also,
and long, the length of the trial. Pratham, I'll give you a chance again. See, you heard what Dr. said. You want to say anything on this?
No.
You agree, disagree, what?
No, to some part it's I agree, but that is what I'm saying. No, आमचे कायदेच तर हे सानी.
No, I don't think it's the laws are very strict in India. Probably.
But then where it fails is that is what I'm saying. When charge sheet कोत्ता त्या टाइमार mismanagement जाता, calls येतात, favors जातात, bribe मेवता, तिंगा चुकता. We have lost those police like what we had. One example is here. Yesle asle poi, no nonsense guys. But then they had to face that act also. Transfer जाओ, मैं think काढो, ते तसले. But असले नी आयज चुकलोले आहात. आयज कितें जालें एसमेन जाल्ले आहात. तुझे थोडे होम डिपार्टमेंट तूं सांगता तें जालें. हांव तुका सांगता, फोट दिसत तुमकां, आमकां खबर आहा. कुंकोळे सारक्या कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सीक साकून हफ्ता पावता सांगली. कोण कलेक्ट करता तें सगळ्यांक खबर आहा. पूण तेजेर कांय ना. इवन एक जॉब मेवतलो जाल्यार जॉब दितलो जाल्यार देखून तेजेर आयज कलेक्शन जाता. So where is this? Where we are leading? Are lawmakers are becoming law breakers? That's what I'm trying to tell. And of course, bail mehta. How you twist and turn the case? How you twist and turn the case? Twist and turn kotta toy tuka bail mein hota hai. Intercept bail, it's right. But what I'm saying, some humanity grounds asong jai wrong.
I don't think everybody has to be defended. That part I totally.
So no fear of law is there.
Madam, 1 second, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Non-availability of the legal help itself is a ground for it.
Yeah.
So the person who defends the accused is doing equally good service for criminal justice than
who defending the accused.
Yes, is doing equally good service to the justice.
If he doesn't have a lawyer, he'll get a bail directly.
So therefore, he is doing an equally justice to the criminal justice system as much as the prosecution lawyer is doing.
Actually, I want something from you. Now she said these things are happening. All these.
Yeah,
there are
crimes are happening.
Sagwa. There's the Portuguese time. They used to say then it is bribery and then.
They can't deny Kurpana.
Whatever. Everybody has been talking about jobs. Tell me one thing, past 30 odd years that we've been in the profession, anything has changed? Probably figures, but everything, all this was always there, no?
See that.
Whichever, what, it doesn't need a government? No.
Whichever government, the same thing, system follows.
It's right, it was happening, nothing has changed.
I mean, you can't deny it 100%. Neither can you say it is happening rampantly.
No, rampantly or no? Was it happening or no?
It's always happening.
But the crime rates, the way it is increased now.
But my point is, in that case, I would like to blame the people who vote these people back in power.
Exactly, that is there.
Forget vote. What
that
I'm
is
saying
there.
is, now Pratima and her likes, political activists, have been shouting.
Activist? She's a politician.
Political activists. Have been shouting and screaming about these problems.
Which problem?
Of
haftas and rapes and.
Core sting operation. Sting operation. You go and bribe somebody and catch the poker. That no one will
so
do.
Why the police have been paid?
No
why our tax my payers money is going to the police?
No
if that also we must do. आम्ही रावपाचे, आमचे पैसे घालपाचे, आमचे पेट्रोल घालपाचे, आम्ही झगडतात, इश्यूज घेतात, तू सांगता स्टिंग ऑपरेशन कर, तू उलयता कितें? We are telling the same otherwise same sang committee card mun abo ex DIG bosla teka ge maka ge tuka ge committee card and we are doing sting operation ke sagle gotta sagle ka bar gotta
first of all sting operations are illegal. Let's be more on track.
Tell me.
No, see. It is sting operation in the sense because I was heading
You have to be a
SP.
dummy. You have to have a dummy to
Yeah,
catch
No,
us.
that's
corrupt.
that
So
government should do.
Collaborate
Government
with
should do.
sincere officers and do it.
It's all to your sir. DIG given Korea.
Wait, one second.
No,
Let's go back
what
on
I'm
track.
trying to say is that yes, when you see today, like how we were saying, today we require technology in all this aspect. But you know, if it is, you cannot induce the person into doing these things. It has to come forth, right? Our society itself has to be.
That's my
like
point.
like one point you said. When we know these people have such a reputation, still we
Why?
let them. Why?
Why?
So
Why?
our society and people who really actually fight, they are not.
Then nothing. Most sogotta motta kota titi
That's
kunni.
one thing. See, even the person who makes takes the maximum bribes, he's the most decorated, most invited. He's everything.
Yeah.
And the person who
Who's
this
like
thing.
him?
I mean, he is just
Nobody-
cast aside.
Cast aside.
So, like Ashley saying, our society has become so materialistic to that extent that these things are not considered as this thing. Okay, when someone has died, we'll shout 2-3 days. Next
And then
day,
it's
back
over.
again to this thing.
That's why conviction rates don't come up. Only when like some big murder comes,
War
and
झाल्यावर.
media hypes it up.
Protest.
People will make a.
And I'll give only one this
Yeah.
thing. Many times you see at least 2 cases were bugged up actually because of the
Right.
media.
Yeah.
There was one this thing a couple of years back at Marmagaon. That young girl was raped
Yeah.
and murdered in that school.
Yes.
I mean, the media gave it only one angle,
That
and
was-
in the end, the police. See, the police knows, but it doesn't have this thing to justify that we cannot this thing. We ended up trying to investigate what was not required to be investigated. In the end, we have gone a long way. I'll give you even
Arushi,
Scarlet.
something like the Arushi.
Arushi.
I was the SP North when Scarlet case, Scarlet case. We knew exactly what it was. But then after, it gave it such a hype that there was an orgy, there was a this thing and everything. Anyway, I'll tell you after the this thing.
seven men, she
People
was found
that
with
were-
7
I
But it was,
Involved.
there was
There
an
were
orgy
various
at the
body
police.
marks on her.
Finally, and then after they wanted to hand over the case to CBI.
They did
They did it, but then after I impressed the government at that point of allow me to complete the investigation. After that, let CBI investigate what I, because I'm confident of my investigation, what I have done. And the CBI after, they went on the same, they checked
Yeah,
out,
yeah.
they verified
Yeah.
a thing, and instead of 302, they made it 304. They brought it down. Because there was no intention to murder, which was a fact.
There was no intention. That's right.
So, but end of the day, it looks like then the media is doing more of a job. What the Home Department should be doing? So you all should be getting paid by the Home Department minister.
I mean, what I'm saying is,
Yeah.
like because on everything we are going to
Because I सगळे खबर भायर स्वता आणि कितें जाता जाल्यार through social media is from the media. We come to
Is
know.
a totally different beast. Nothing to do with the media.
Media.
It's nothing to do with social media and media. Two completely
Through
different
social
beasts.
media,
It's
no.
like one is like Alsatian, other one is like I don't know what. Yeah, some T-Rex. Yeah, social media is like T-Rex. Actually, sorry, you are one of the maligned media, not social media.
No, I said it in my first take also. I mean, the explosion of social media and media is.
Explosion of media, I don't know.
Media also.
So media was always
Media is-
there.
No, today, even
It
the
is
media is so
real
polarized
time,
to
no?
believe certain things
Certain
only this way. I mean, you can. What are you going to fight that this thing?
Okay, so now coming to the conviction rates, no, there are systemic problems there. There are even the
How long systemic problem?
even
60, 70 years of
even see the first step now they have taken. They're changing the IPC and CRPC.
What they're making it?
Whatever they're making, then you debate that. Whatever they are making, you debate all those sections of the IPC
No,
that they are changing.
there are substantial changes.
Some pretty good
Yeah,
changes.
there are changes
I was more
happening.
talking about the
That's
cover,
apart.
which
That's a
it
different
will
debate
be
altogether.
IPC or BPC.
But the manner in which
Some of
trials are done, a murder takes place today, the charge sheet is filed in 90 days, the trial starts after 1 year.
That's right. Go wrong.
Where are the
gone.
witnesses?
It's
Oh,
gone.
finished.
That is what I was
Witnesses are
trying to
gone.
say.
So-
Evidence is
so-
destroyed.
Absolutely.
So
Evidence
these-
is not destroyed.
By the time that thing is
Evidence
zale
not
sogle
destroyed.
kotta the
Investigation happens. The case takes so long.
So this
not
is-
evidence.
But why it is taking
This
long?
is one systemic problem. Why it's taking long? Because we have a population of 1.4 billion and we have courts which is
We
not
are out
enough.
of time.
गोंया जाल्यार धाकले मरे गोंया जाल्यार धाकले
गोंया नाका तूं. This is a national problem.
आम गोंयाचे उलयतात
Conviction
What
गोंयाचे
is
rate
the
उलयतात
total in India? 12,000?
Less than 18,000, where they are required to be more than 1 lakh.
Yeah,
So
we are
one
totally
judge
short.
is doing a job of about 7.5 judges. One judge is doing the job.
And
of
in
a
Goa,
judge.
most of the cases, by the way, are all property cases, family matters.
Hi.
Most of the
Civil-
cases.
civil
Where the
matters.
Civil matters.
Yeah, sorry.
more of civil
So
Out
that
of
is
time. You are the last.
another two points there in the trials or in the system in trials is the onus on the witnesses. You know, there's the perjury law has to be made stronger.
Now it's started.
Perjury law has to be made stronger, and it has to be a give and take. You know, if you require a witness to spend 3 days or 4 days of his time to come and stand on the witness box and do service to the state, he better get paid.
Also, witness protection.
He
all
better
these
get
things
paid.
are coming.
He better get paid.
And witness protection, all these things are
One.
coming now.
Second,
in this
and
new
yeah, so this is the second one. And the third one is basically, as I said, the professional competence of all parties involved, whether it is the prosecutors or whether it is the investigators, and in some cases, even the judges.
You know, I'll just add,
Yeah,
just
and-
concluding, I was in this committee of by the Bureau of Police Research. So I was one of the members. We were given a few sections of law. So it was headed by a DG, and I was part of that thing. My one suggestion was, you know, all these cases which are below 3 years, I mean, these do not need to be investigated only.
Yeah,
It should be compounded.
Yeah.
Should be
not only
compounded.
compounded, and the person, see now theft, someone has robbed a camera, same thing, you register FIR, you make this thing, but forget about it. He let him take that FIR, whatever he has registered, and go to the
Court directly and
no,
put it
not
in.
only the court, go to the insurance company, get the money. I mean, for him, he is not really interested in going to
To
court
court.
and getting
Getting the
it.
camera.
sense.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
For a phone, like you wait for 2 years
Yeah.
to get a phone back. then you-
By the time-
So I mean, at least these which are like, you know, register now. At least during our time, there used to be cylinders theft. Then after water meter theft. I mean, all these things.
Small things, yeah.
But if we are going to register these things and investigate these things. I mean, there is no end to it. These need to be on this thing.
Okay,
Like
okay.
a
We
foreign.
get the point.
No, what I'm saying it to you, that is, a foreigner comes, my things have been theft. You're not going to go where he's not going to come from there. Give him his, he wants,
That
insurance, he claims he's okay. I mean, something out of the box.
We
needs
get
to
your
be.
point. Otherwise, then after the politicians, the opposition start shouting, "Arey, crime rate is gone up." Yeah. Sorry, Pratibha, I cannot.
No,
let
there
you
are
answer.
okay,
there are
it's
prob-
okay.
there- see there are
Yeah, but it
problems
has to be
with,
sorted out.
there are
Issue-
problems with that also.
But what
I agree that some sort of out of the box solution needs, but then if you actually do
Okay.
what Bosco is saying, then you will have some guys
Maybe.
making that a profession to make money.
No.
That's
I
okay.
see.
So there has to be a check and balance.
No, I'm
Yeah.
saying these things,
Yeah.
you know, that's why I'm saying below 3 years.
Yeah.
And these
Compound
things-
those cases.
Yeah, these need this thing.
Okay, yes, it's important, but what is more important is that the government, forget about the political part, the cops, the home ministry, home department, police, and all, they have to get people together, people who know about this.
About
Like, for
this.
example, people who are in the line, who've seen so much of crime. I've been covering crime, I think, about 25 years. We've gone on enough undercover raids with the cops, even out of Goa. But the police, there's so many very brilliant former police, journalists who have been in the cop should ask us to give us some input, and also something can
Form a
happen.
committee,
Community
no?
policing is a flop, whatever it
And
is.
there's
I
another
remember I had a
point.
big fight with your SP Kaushik, the husband.
Priyanka Kashyap.
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 The Priyanka Kashyap. You
Yeah.
go of two things. One is that Tejpal issue and community policing, which bullshit she gave me. No community policing happened under when she was SP. And and Tejpal, she refused to investigate the case also. I had to make huge calls for them to actually go and investigate it.
There's another point that I
And
need
boss,
to make.
we are-
Last 1 minute. You know,
1 minute, no.
there has
30
to be a
seconds.
distinction between crime and organized crime.
Yes.
That's a
which
separate
we are
one.
not doing.
This is a
That
completely
is
separate discussion. We'll bring,
Yeah.
we'll have this discussion. I promise you, we'll have this completely different thing. This is absolutely right. Absolutely right. And you, this panel is the correct person. I don't know about, but the correct panel to discuss this issue. Thanks, guys. Thank you very much. And Pratima was as entertaining as usual. Thank you,
Thank you.
all of you all, and keep watching Goa 360.